Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we understood one of the important aggregation function, count, variations of the count like count, distinct, approximate count and all those things. In this lecture, you will understand very simple aggregation functions. They are so easy to remember, they are so easy to use as well. Let's get started. First of those functions are first and last. They are obviously named functions. What do I mean by that? Means when you say first, it is first, right? When you say last, it is the last one. Only thing is, what we are doing here is first in terms of the value in a column. That is what we are looking at here. When you say last, last in terms of value in a column. If you have a column like this, 2, 3, 4, 5, first and the last. Very simple, isn't it? I know sometimes you feel these are very simple, but you got to know how do you use them. How do we use them is by importing the functions min and max as usual. They are also part of the SQL.functions package, and go ahead and specify the name of the data frame and then select a column on which you want to get the first and the last. Very simple. You can use the first and last on the columns you want to have a first and last values. Okay. Next couple of functions are min and max. They are also very simple. Min will get the minimum value in that particular column. Maximum will get the maximum value in that particular column. If you remember, when we discussed in the earlier lecture, we said mostly we do the aggregation functions on the numerical values. When you have a column with numerical value, we want to get the minimum value in that column and you want to get the maximum value in that column. How do we use them? Simple. Import them first and then this is the data frame. Select the column on which you want to get the min and max. Fine. You will be able to get the min and max of a column called quantity here. The next function is sum. What is sum? It will add all the values in a row. How do we use it? Import that function and go ahead and use the function on which column you want to get the sum of all the values. The next function is sum distinct. We have already seen count distinct. Right? In the same way, sum distinct, what it will do is it will sum a total of all the distinct set of values in a column. How do we use that? Just import the function sum distinct and then instead of providing the sum, go ahead and provide the sum distinct. It will only add up the distinct values in a column. The next function is average. We have already seen sum and you have already seen the count. How do we calculate the average? By dividing the sum with the count. Even though we can do that, Spark has provided the average function. That way, you need not go ahead and calculate the sum of the values, then divide it by the count and try to get the average. There is already a function called average which you can use to get the average of particular column. How do we use that? Very simple. Here you can go ahead and say average on the column which you want to see. As a part of this example, we are trying to build all the things together. It will be more interesting to see this example as a part of our hands-on class. Thank you.